All right, I thought it would be easier to just show you how I cut this tablecloth that makes it pretty quick and you're cutting multiple pieces at once instead of trying to take pictures and explain that through still shots. So we're just using these cheap 99-cent plastic tablecloths. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, but you can find them lots of different places. And so when you take it out of the package, do not unfold it all the way, but you do want to unfold it all the way lengthwise, and then it's going to be folded over a couple of times widthwise. So you want to just unfold it now one time widthwise. So basically you're getting it to where it is just folded in half lengthwise one time. Okay, so once that's unfolded, find the edge that is folded, that folds it in half, and that's this edge on mine. That side is the open side. So you're gonna gather that whole edge up, and then you wanna bring those ends together to fold it in half this way. Okay, and then, so my folded edge is on the top. You want that on the top side of wherever you're working, whichever direction that is for you. Kind of straighten it out a little bit if you need to. Make sure the edges are pretty close to being lined up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so this is folded in half lengthwise and in half widthwise. And I did some calculations and came up with a plan that is going to give us 9 pieces out of this tablecloth. So our pieces are going to be about 1 foot wide, and then they're just the width of what the tablecloth is. So once our tassel streamer is folded in half to put on the backdrop, this is about 2.5 feet long. So they're all going to be the same width, and we can kind of adjust them when we're putting them up on the backdrop if we need to. But just use a little ruler. I don't carefully measure anything. It's going to be okay. It doesn't matter. So I just lay my ruler on, you want to start on this open end. This end is where I folded it over. So we're going to leave that folded for now. So on this cut open end, I'm going to lay my ruler down, and once you get started on your cut, make sure you're holding both sides of your cut secure so your tablecloth will stay taut. It's a lot easier to cut. And then I just slide my ruler down and eyeball my cut the rest of the way, and do that all the way down. So start my cut, hold it tight. If your scissors are not easily sliding, you want to be able to slide cut, not like operate your scissors or your hand's gonna die. So find a pair of scissors that will easily just slide through this plastic, and you will be thankful for that. All right, so I'm gonna finish cutting the rest of the way down here. And you're going to end up with 4 full sections that are 12 inches wide each. But remember, this is doubled, so this is actually 8 pieces. Okay, and then you've got a partial piece on the end, but when this is folded over, so when you unfold it, that's going to give you your last 9th piece, and it will be about 1 foot wide too. So once we get to this point, all you have to do is cut your little streamer pieces. So again, make sure your fold is at the top. We're not going to cut all the way through. We want to cut to the fold almost. You're going to stop about 1.5 inches short or so. And so I don't eyeball this part either. I just want my strips to be about 1.5 inches wide. You can make them however wide you want to. So I do the same again, but stop cutting about 1.5 inches before the top. You want to leave a band at the top where your fold is that's about 1.5 inches wide or so. And then I'm just totally eyeballing these. They may not be perfectly straight, but it's not gonna matter. And you can just quickly slide your scissors up close to the top. This reminds me of when I was a kid cutting like green construction paper when you're making grass and you cut the paper like that to make grass. So this is exactly what this is like. And I'm gonna cut one more here. Like I said, your pieces aren't gonna all be exactly the same unless you wanna measure, but that would be take so much more time. So here's what we're left with, 2 pieces. And then this is our actual streamer portion that when we're ready to put it up on the backdrop, we're going to open up where it's folded there. And then you've got your nice fluffy streamers, and we're gonna hook that onto our backdrop and make it pretty.